Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway.
Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Longhorns offense will get the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little.
Ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Off-play action on first down. Coming out aggressively. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now the play fake. He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll give it to the back. Puts him in the spin cycle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on second down. Scanning the field, it's Coffee. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Wolf. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Texas offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable for that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
To the air, it's Coffee. He's got it down the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Handoff from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's first and 10. Off he goes! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Coffee. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. After the short completion, it's now second down. Fires to the right. And they dialed up a shot, Clay, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Northwestern stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Evanston. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direct.
He lost one down the sideline. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And tackled there by the defense.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. Got his man downfield. He's loose down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the returner will be brought down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
And the Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It'll be a draw. Shakes off the tackler. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Using the quick game. They get him down after he makes a catch.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. completion sets him up on second down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the inside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Trying to surge it in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. And the D deny them on second and goal. Into the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game one.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw. It's Coffee. Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's De La Rosa. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Pocket starts to trying to burn this defensive back. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Chung. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete out of the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
It's really hard to dial up big completions vertically down the field. At this juncture in the game, it's the 4th quarter, and the defense is playing with extra DBs on the field. They know you're going to throw it. Ball falls incomplete.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. We need to go for it on 4th down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's now second down.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. He takes the knee, and it took a while, but they are finally into the win column. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.